off 10 hit. Pockets on 22 clip. I'll break her heart, come on, go so. Put on a shirt, get put on a flip. Feel like a stain, get ready to lit. I had to tell her that I was a chick, no, I was a shit. She singing my songs, she wanna dial it. Tryna get hit, house like a break. Deposit AP, president check, smile on my face. Ain't paying shit, come and get checked. Ice on my neck, don't roll her wrist. She in the sky, hell of a cap. Pick her the church, 400 packs.
Yeah, I spend it in Paris. Just for these hours, they finna fuck. Just for a fun, it's all they block. Just for the hit, I'm feeling hip. I'm busting out all of my viewers. I feel like the rock. Ever since I was a kid, I've been a chick. If I was you, I would cut up my wrist. Exotic all over her body. Oh. She just wanna roll and I don't mind it. Ever since I was a chick, I've been legit. But now you should let it go. She wanna be on it. And I'm all tatted on her body. Yeah. It don't matter what they say. I'm timing sad. City on fire when I'm coming home. Fill up the sky, I fill up the dome. Don't play it one day, it's a hell of a show. But it's gonna hurt, cause we did it first. Feel like skateboard beat, BBC boys on the creep. Feel like it's 03, Neptune drum with a beat. She hit me flipping a beat. She wanna fuck with the team. She fell in love with the cream. She fell in love with the scene. Oh yeah, Herman quiet, not a peep. Broke his heart, PTSD. No distress, let it breathe, let it breathe. Niggas scheming, I got a priest. He got a cross, get out of line, send him to God. I shed a tear, break all laws of you. Ever since I was a kid, I've been a chick. If I was you, I would put on my wrist. So tight all over her body. She just wanna roll and I'm minded. Ever since I was a G, I've been a G.
Alright, everybody, what's up? How y'all doing, man? Hope you guys are doing well. I actually don't even have the chat up. Let me get the chat up. Let's get the chat up. Yes, I will go over Sui. I look like some prince of Egypt. Y'all rock with it? All right, man. What's up, guys? How y'all doing, man? How you guys doing? Hope everyone is well. Can I get a quick sound check? Are we good? We're gonna get copyrighted, but I don't give a F. Am I still on XRP? I am still on XRP. I am, yeah. So we'll go over a few things here. Shouts out to the Nexus as always. This is not to promote the Nexus, but I will say this. I was gonna do this stream in the Nexus today, and I figured, you know what, man, let's do it on the public YouTube. Yesterday I announced my return. Okay, so I haven't looked at anything all weekend, so let's do our TA together. Okay, I just figured, you know what, let me introduce the YouTube to what we do basically every week in the Nexus. You know, I come up with a plan. Sometimes the plan works out, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes we get in our zones and then we don't get the reactions we want to see. Sometimes we do. Okay, so this is gonna be a chill stream. Okay, I'm not gonna be screaming, we're laid back. Okay, this is like we're actually working, you know. We're here, like, I'm not here to entertain right now. I'm here to work. We're here to work. Okay, this is like you know, serious face on and shit. So anyways, I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys had a good weekend. Okay, hope you guys had a good weekend. And you know, let's get started. Let's see what we can come up with. Let me just check who's in here first. We got K Diggity. Happy Sunday night. Excited to catch the live stream. I'm happy to have you here, man. Thank you for being here. Brad is in the chat. What's up, my boy? God is here. Warren G, Davi, Nassim, and Esteban. Greetings from Medellin. Greetings, brother. All right, let's go over some shit, okay? Again, this is just gonna be prepping for the week, man. Prepping for the week. Let me just show you guys where I'm at right now. Let me show you where I'm at, okay? So right now, listen, and I've said this before, I'm not gonna share numbers all the time, okay? I'm not gonna share numbers all the time because it's not anybody's business what I'm doing and what my numbers are. The Nexus knew about all of these positions, okay? Now, this account balance was $5,000, okay? This account balance was $5,000. I started a new account 2 weeks ago, okay? So we 4x the account in 2 weeks. Not always going to happen, but you know, I wanted to share that because I might make a video about that. We had a really good week last week in the Nexus, but anyways, this is not, we are not here to talk about that. I'm not here to promote that, but you know, anyway, okay. Trade Intuition, what's up, my boy? Joe. Yo, listen, Joe, I tried to message you the other day. I don't know if you're still in here. I know you just said hi. I tried to message you the other day. Dude, there's some guy on your channel that is like mad hating, but I didn't know how to contact you. I didn't know where to contact you. Mad hater. And I was going to tell you, like, yo, hide that dude. Like, delete him. He hates on every single one of your videos, like, right away. Anyway, just letting you know. Like, you don't need that negativity, bro. Like, fuck that shit. Get that guy out. Okay. Yeah, let's get started, man. Let's get started. Let's talk about what... anyway, yeah. So, hold on real quick. Sorry, guys. I had a long weekend and whatever. Yeah. So, this was the new account. Okay. You know, this is just, you know, proof of work. Not every week is going to look like this, you know, but I had pretty decent success on a new account. I'm going to try to run this account up as much as I can. And, you know, that's the situation right now. Okay. And then I wanted to show you the trades that I'm in. So on the last stream, we did talk about this long on Sui. Okay. This was before this long happened. It was right here. When I streamed, it was like we were like somewhere here. It was like a Wednesday, I'm pretty sure. It was like right there. So I was saying I want the golden zone. We got the golden zone. We got our break of structure. Our second golden zone, which was my long that I took, which is this long here. So this long right here. You know what? I'm just gonna, instead of showing you that, I'll just do this. So check this out. So this was the long that was given right over here. So not this one, okay? Not this one. This one was the Nexus long. Okay, that's this one. Let me show you how sad, guys. So sad. Look, I'm up 1,500%. 1,500%. And I'm only up $750. My margin is $50. I went into the weekend. I was very busy this weekend. I went into the weekend. I told the Nexus, I'm like, guys, these are my positions that I have open at the time, this was one of them. This was up like 300% at the time. I should have, man, if I just even added a zero there, then this would be 7K. That's crazy. Anyway, I'm going to hold this. I'm going to hold this for the entire bull run, I think, because it's not, my margin is so small that it doesn't really make sense for me to take profit. Like, I don't really care about, you know, this. I'm just going to hold it and see how high it can go. Anyway, so yeah, we'll talk about a whole bunch of things, okay? Every day when I do my analysis, I start off with USDT. Okay, we always start with USDT. So we'll go over the whole thing. He is a troller. You were thinking about hiding him. He will be the first troller that you hide. You normally don't hide anyone, but you think he's funny. He has nothing but hate. Bro, so much hate. And I'm like, damn, like, oh, I'm drinking Perrier. Just sparkling water, that's it. Bro, so much hate. And I'm like, damn, like, Joe needs to hide this guy. I don't know, man. For me, and I openly, like, I remove shit. If people are, like, fucking with me, like, peace out, man. I'm just trying to help, you know? Anyway, let's start on USDT dominance. Okay. See, and I gotta make that video, but let's see what we can do here. So let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. Let's keep that. That's important. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. By the way, the whole Nexus is long right now. Well, that's when I left them on Friday. They should be long right now. That's a break. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need. We'll move that over. Let's see if we can come up with some good dude, what kind of Jumanji outfit? Man, you know what? I'm getting mixed feelings about this outfit. I'm getting mixed feelings about this shirt. Getting mixed feelings about it. All right, let's close some of these tabs so we don't mess up. Save and close. I've been trading a lot of Dogecoin lately. I've really enjoyed trading Doggy Coin, to be honest with you. All right, USDT. So, what do we have? So that's a break. This is a clear as day distribution. Now, the problem with this distribution, not the problem, the thing about this distribution, by the way, I don't know if I said this, but I probably did say it, but these are the kind of streams you get every day in the Nexus. Anyways, that's the last time I talk about the Nexus, I promise. Okay. Don't need that. So that was a break of structure. This was a break of structure. But that was kind of like an SFP break of structure. This was a range SFP up here, and that's a clear as day distribution. I expected this to be my target based on that break. So I still think that we might get a higher low, higher high in this general zone, which means I don't necessarily believe that this is going to be a I'm not saying it's not going to be a green week, but on my first impression, I don't believe that it necessarily will be a green week. So let's dive in further and let's talk about which zones we want. Now, this was a zone that I was interested in prior. I was interested in this, but I don't know if I'm still interested in that. And so let's see if we're still interested in that. I'm definitely still interested in that zone, but am I okay if this is the bottom and that the market just goes red from here? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Am I okay to say that? Where did we stop? We stopped here. Yeah, man, we're on the comeback. A lot of people are talking about alt seasons here. I mean, we'll have to go over Bitcoin dominance to talk about that. I don't know, bro. Like, you know what? Whether it's here, whether it's not here, I just trade it, man. I just trade it. I just trade. So I don't really know, and I don't really care. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna say. I appreciate you, Joe. Thank you. 120, 125.05 and then dump. I do think we are going to make our way to 121. I do think that. So, okay. USDT dominance, I am interested in this zone still. Okay. This is obviously pointing up to my overall target, which is essentially putting your low, your high, your higher low, your higher high. Yes, this is a Model 1 distribution. However, that distribution came very much so after that break. This was a range. So to me, the expectation is still higher, low, higher, high. Does that have to happen? No. Are we waiting for reactions? Yes. Okay. So I don't really care that we flip back to bearish. I'm not gonna, you know what? Because you also have this. I just don't know if I got enough of a reaction off of this higher time frame demand zone for me to, like, this is not enough of a move for me to say that that's a sufficient move. I'm like 50-50 right now. I'm pretty 50-50 at the moment. Higher low, then lower high. So you think this is going to happen? I don't really know right now. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. We're looking for reactions here. So here's what I'll tell you. It really doesn't matter. Here's what I'll tell you. If we start closing candles above here. Yeah. Actually, I lied. If we start closing candles above here, I'm going to close my longs. I'm probably going to close all my longs if that happens. And I will look to add to my longs on this line. So basically, on this line, look to add to longs if bearish MSF. Okay. And on this line, close all longs. Closing all longs there. Pretty simple. Because we have an order block on some time frame here for sure that's not been mitigated. Right here. 15-minute block, okay? And I would actually include this. So anywhere in this zone, if we get a bearish market structure flip here, then I will look for longs to take it down to this zone right down here. And then here we'll talk about, you know, potentially shorts on the market. Remember, USDT is an inverse correlation to the market. So here I'm looking for longs, here I'm looking for shorts on the market, is the long story short of it. If you start closing candles above here, I'm probably going to take profit on my longs. Simple as that. Okay, super simple. If it doesn't hit this zone, I'm fairly confident that we will have a green week and that we are going to come down to this low at 4.11. Okay, so it really depends on what happens in this zone here. Right? It really depends on what happens here. Let's move that over. Let's put a couple of alerts. I don't really think I care about anything else, to be honest with you, in regards to USDT dominance. So we'll see what happens. It looks like we're going to make our way up to this zone here. When we get up here, so the market's going to dump right now a little bit, I think. When we make our way up here, if you get that and you're in a short, you should probably de-risk the short. I'm more interested in this zone here, but if you start getting above here, especially if this turns into a flip zone, if this comes up, you hit this, you come down like that, it breaks above, right here is a giga short the entire market. If not, I'm very long right now, so I hope that it does end up being a green week, but I am very long at the moment. Very long at the moment. Very long. Others chart swept its high, total 3 swept its high, but only total 2 hasn't swept the high. Total 2 is oh man, this is like, are these equal highs? Oh, that's a sweep. This is a very important week, guys. I think this is going to be a very volatile week. I think it's going to be very, very volatile. Very volatile. Yeah, we're in a very critical place right now. This is very critical place. So we'll see. We'll see. This could be your low. That could, like, we'll see. We'll see. So yeah, I mean, I prefer USDT come down to 4.18, you know, 0.02% away. I prefer this. And then if you're going to get a flip here, I prefer that. And then from there, I do believe we can target this high. This high looks unfinished to me. But we would have to take profit along the way. We would have to take profit along the way. I'll tell you what I know for certain. This is ugly ass price action. There's liquidity there. Okay, that's ugly as shit. Even if this gets a break. So, okay, look at this breakage structure here. Right? Like if you're following your structure, you have down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, and down. So you actually had your break here, but there's another break here. Fine. Even if you get that break, even if you're expecting a lower high, lower low, you're still going to have the lower high, right? Like whether this is a break or it's an SFP, this move is still expected. And when this move happens, that's going to dump the market. You know what I'm saying? So either way, right? Like, it doesn't matter if this is a break or an SFP or a range SFP. It literally doesn't matter, because you just wait for reactions here. When you get the reaction here, then you say, okay, I'm out of the short. Let's say you're in a short. You get out of the short in that regard, right? So it doesn't matter. This is already the expectation, which means we're already expecting something to come down. Interesting. Like I said, I prefer we come and hit this zone here. No, USDT dominance cannot be traded as far as I know, but it's an inverse correlation. So I need to make my USDT video. Maybe I'll make it tomorrow. I keep saying that and I apologize. But it's an inverse correlation. Like, if you want the best indicator when you're trading crypto, it's USDT dominance. If you are sufficient with your analysis, by the way, guys, we only have 80 people in here. We only have 23 likes. So hit the like button for me, please, if you're finding value. The thing with USDT dominance is it's an inverse correlation to the market, right? Like, think about what USDT dominance is. It's basically in the crypto market, how much in crypto is USDT. So it's an inverse correlation, because when people sell their Bitcoin, they sell it into USDT. And when people buy their crypto, they sell USDT into like Bitcoin, for example, or whatever else. So if you're sufficient with your analysis, if this goes up, like let's say Bitcoin's in a short zone, or whatever you're looking at is in a short zone. Meanwhile, USDT dominance is in a long zone, like I'm saying here, then I would say, you know, it's extra confluence. I never do anything without looking at USDT dominance. Some people use it, some people don't. Some people have no idea about it. This is why I'm bringing awareness. But I mean, for the most part, I don't do anything without USDT dominance in mind, because it's an inverse correlation and not many people know about it. Not many people use it. Respectfully, people rely on indicators. And in my opinion, this is the best indicator you could have, period. Period, is USDT dominance. And I will make my video about it. So yeah, I mean, that's basically all I'm looking at right now on USDT dominance. I don't think anything else is more important, at least at the time of this stream. You know, it looks like USDT dominance wants to hit this zone at this point. If we're going to continue our analysis here, at this point, if we're in long zones when thing is here and you get a market structure flip, then you can long it. If you start closing candles above here, like seriously above here, then I'm going to close my longs and we'll just take new trades instead of holding last week's trades. Yeah, I do prefer lower, but it doesn't have to happen. It does not have to happen. And I do think that Bitcoin's going to make it to 121, but also this is not really looking great. So we'll see what happens here when we do our analysis. But I think that's as far as I'm willing to take USDT dominance at the moment. By the way, I forgot to do this. I have to do this. Disclaimer. All content presented is a complete joke and should not be taken seriously. Geo is an incompetent 5'2" 3/4" wannabe singing non-financial advisor. Crypto's a scam. Making money online is impossible. Global warming is real and the earth is flat. Viewer discretion is advised. Please do not copy my trades. Please do not copy the way that I trade. Okay, if you like the way that I trade and you like the way that I am conducting my analysis, then please feel free to take bits and pieces of it, make it your own. But please do not base your financial decisions based off of me or anyone else on YouTube for that matter. In my opinion, that is extremely irresponsible. It is not mine or anyone else's job to feed your family. Okay, so take accountability, be a grown-up. And don't, oh, you said this, I said that. Well, I say a lot of things, man. Okay, I say a lot of things. Can I share my charts? I'll think about it. Yeah, but if it can't be traded, we can't worry about the liquidity. Yeah, you can. It's not traditional liquidity, but you treat it the same way. You treat it the same way. Or at least I treat it the same way. You can do what you like. All right. Wait, where did my OBS go? Okay, there we go. All right. Yeah, the earth is flat. Exactly. Exactly. All right, so that's as far as I'm willing to take USDT dominance. We'll see what happens here. I do prefer lower, which means the market pumps. I prefer that, but we don't always get what we prefer, do we now? What we do need to do is get our alerts straight. So let's do that. Alert lines. Okay, so we have our alert there. We have our alerts on these lines as well. Don't need this one. If you start losing this low, you're probably going to come for this low here. So we will leave it like that. I don't care about anything else in between. Actually, I should have kept that like that. Yeah, definitely don't care about anything else in between. So for me, it's either A, B, C, or D. Okay. And then we'll look for reactions at all of them. We'll see what happens. And, you know, we'll go from there. Not much else that we can do. Okay. Am I starting to close my longs? No, not yet. Not yet. I do think that this has the potential to be a mega green week. But, again, it depends on what happens here. If I'm going to see a green week, I prefer we hit this and we flip structure out of this. So if I'm going to see a green week, hopefully we get... The best case scenario for a giga green week, the best case is to hit this zone and then come up and flip like 5 to 10 minute market structure. That's the best case, because then this becomes mitigated and then it's showing signs of demand failure. That's what you would want to see if you want a green week. So basically you would want, it depends on how it happens. You would probably want it like a little bit of dump and then pump and then dump and then pump. That's probably how you would want it. Anyway, yeah, that's USDT dominance. Don't really care about anything else at the moment. And I also don't think, like, if you can get above to this high, if you get up here, I don't even think it's gonna, like, I don't think it'll ever do this and then down. I don't think it would do that. I think it would, if it starts getting like up in this section, I just think we're going to here and the market's going to dump in that case. So we'll see. We'll react and, you know, we'll see how it goes. Okay, we'll see how it goes. Do I look at ETH dominance? I don't look at ETH dominance, but I do know that ETH dominance has been on a tear. I do know that. No, I don't look at ETH dominance though. All right, let's talk about BitET Sizzle. So in the Nexus last week, we had a long, okay? I don't remember if I took the long or not. I haven't really looked at Bitcoin. I don't think Bitcoin at all is appealing to look at. I think Bitcoin is extremely boring at the moment, and I have nothing to say about Bitcoin besides if we take the low, I'll look for a long. If we come down to 112, I'll look for a long. And these are both to all-time highs and potentially beyond. So these are kind of the same idea. And I actually think Bitcoin is going to head to 121. In which case I will look for shorts. Simple. I really don't have much to say about Bitcoin. It's not the sexiest thing to trade. And I like sexy. Now, what happened on the low was we SFP'd that low. Okay. Nexus knew about this, by the way. And then we had our flip. This was the easiest long you could have literally ever done in your entire life. Low, high, break, higher, low, higher, high. Came into the extreme demand. Couldn't have been easier than that. It actually wicked out your extreme demand a little bit. That's fine. Easiest long you could have ever had in your entire life. I don't know. I don't remember if I longed it, but we had our non-negotiable take profits here. I cleared up my analysis and then, you know, now we're here. So, I do think that, let me see. I don't really know if I want to get involved in anything. Okay. So USDT dominance, right? USDT dominance looks like this. I prefer, my preference, if I was not in a trade right now, I would either wait for this box or this box. I wouldn't touch anything else in between. If it takes 10 years, well then guess what? I'm not taking a trade for 10 years, okay? Now, if USDT dominance is an inverse correlation to the market, and this is a point of interest and this is a point of interest, then you need to think about it relative to like other stuff, you know? So let's go back to Bitcoin and let's see what that would look like relative to USDT dominance, right? So if Bitcoin right now, so this got swept, right? This initial high got swept and then we went down. So we do have a nice liquidity curve. However, this does look like some form of distribution. That distribution, do we have any inducement blocks is the question there. And I don't know the answer to that. Let's get our indicator up. Let's see. We'll do the shortcut way. Yeah, we do. So we actually have a 30-minute block that we just hit. We have a 30-minute inducement block right here. Right where we are. Right where we rejected from. Now, by the way, okay, this is where I do not use indicators for the record, but it's just easier to find when I already know what I'm looking for. Okay. So I will 100% be looking for shorts here. 100,000,000%. Be looking for that. And here's the thing. So we put, look how ugly these lows are. And that was over the weekend. I can almost guarantee you. Now, there's no such thing as guarantee. But I can almost guarantee you that these lows are going to go. Okay. Very likely that they're going to go. Very, very likely. So that being said, if the market is going to dump this much, which is not that much. Okay. Don't freak out. 1%, 2%. If that's going to happen, what is USDT going to look like? Or rather, what would Bitcoin look like if USDT hits this zone? So remember, we have two zones that we're looking at right now. We have this one below. We have this one above. If we do make our way up here, or we start closing above here, then Bitcoin is going to do what? It's going to come down and tackle these lows. Okay. If USDT dominance does this and then does that, which is my preferred scenario, well, then Bitcoin is going to do this and then do that. And what do we already have right now? This is a local range. Here's your top 1. Here's your top 2. And this would be your top 3 right there. So we're looking for a model 1 distribution. That model 1 distribution, the target for it, assuming it happens, would be this low right over here. However, and to potentially mitigate this, range. However, the lows are very ugly. So I would imagine that short would take you probably to like there. And potentially lower. Who knows, right? Who knows? But that's kind of what I would be looking for. So we will put an alert on this high, and I will use a horizontal ray. We'll make it just a white line. Where's my white? Do I not have a white line? Seriously? Whatever. So we'll put an alert there, and I'll be watching for that. If we don't get that, what do I want to do? Bro, those African clothes? Nah, man. I bought it on Shein. I bought it on Shein. Man, do we TP here? I feel like we kind of need to TP here soon. Like, well, it depends on what happens in this zone. So yeah, like I said, this is a very important zone. I think that USDT dominance is coming up to here. And then we need to see if we get a reaction here. Otherwise, it's not really the best. If you start closing up here, I don't see why we wouldn't come and take that, which means I'm definitely closing my longs. Anyways, I want to close my longs either way soon because I don't like holding them for very long. Oh yeah, somebody asked a swing trading question. Let me answer that. Where was it? Oh yeah, advice to trader who only did swing trading and started scalping with my strategy. Jack, can you like what do you need advice on? Are you asking how do you incorporate my way of trading with swing trading? Like, is that what you're asking? Thank you, though. I appreciate it. How do I place the yellow circles? It's just the highlighter tool, bro. Just go to the highlighter tool, and then I hold Alt or Command. I'm on Mac, so I hold Command so that the magnet tool turns on. See? And then I just click. And I just click. You know, click. Just the magnet tool. Right? That's it. Anyway, so, yeah, we'll see what happens here. Oh, what do you need to do? Wait, what part do you need to practice? All of it, bro. Are you in the Nexus? If you're in the Nexus, then, like, it's all basically in there, you know? Every week we do practicing the game streams and whatever. You get to see, like, how I practice. Because I still practice now, even. Okay, so, yeah, so we might have a model. We might have a model 1 distribution. This could also turn into a model 2 distribution, but that would be dictated based on this. So here's what I would do for Bitcoin. Okay, let me hide these lines. Here's what I would do. I don't really care to scalp Bitcoin these days, to be honest, but here's what I would do. If this happens, if you come down, you start breaking below this low, and then you bounce off of this, and you don't take these lows out, then I would look for that, and I would short the shit out of that to hit those lows, and then potentially beyond. Alternatively, if we come up and do this, I would short that as well. Now for longs, there's no longs for me until, I mean, I didn't take Bitcoin, but I took the equivalent of that. So I'm already long from the low. I'm already very long at the moment. Okay, I'm very long at the moment. But I will never in my a million years of living, not that I live that long, but I will never, ever, ever long before these lows get taken out. That's never going to happen. However, big however here, if we start moving away from it, like, and I don't need to worry about it anymore, then yes, I would long. So like I'm saying, while we're in this zone, I will never long before those lows get taken. Never. I would entertain a long from here, but we'll talk about that if and when we get there. We're a little bit far away from that right now. So for me, on Bitcoin, I only have shorts right now. I don't have long. I do think we're going to go to 121. I do think this high is going to get taken. The question is when and how do we get there? I wouldn't be surprised if we see something like this. I wouldn't be surprised to see something like that. But I would prefer these lows go. I would not long, like, again, I wouldn't. Again, you guys do what you want. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not telling you how to trade. You do your own, you know, thing. Let's talk about more interesting things, though. Let's talk about Ethereum. Now, I did see Ethereum earlier. ETH, believe it or not, don't hate me, is in a short zone. Okay. 0 longs here. Absolutely 0 longs. No way in hell am I ever longing this. We don't long the top around here. We don't do that. I don't do that. Here's what I will tell you. ETH has a lot of liquidity that it can come for. A lot of liquidity that it can come for. And you're in a short zone. So, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. You see how this is already prepared? And where is that targeting to? Down to 34.50. Okay? So, this currently is an SFP. Currently. You know what? We'll keep it at pending. We'll keep it pending for now. We're in a very big resistance zone. Here's what I'm going to do on Ethereum. This is one that I will take with my eyes closed, by the way. I will take this 10 out of 10 times. I saw it earlier. Let me show you guys what I'm going to do right here. So this 15-minute block needs to hold. If you're bullish on Ethereum, this 15-minute block needs to hold. So we're going to put an alert there. It's important. If this 15-minute block, which we're probably going to go to right now, if this 15-minute block does not hold, okay, in my opinion, we're coming down big time coming down. You're almost like 90% sure you're hitting that low. Then this has the chance to give you this. Yes, but I don't think it will. I think you're ultimately going to come for all these lows if you start getting below here. So if you start, here's what I do. This is what I do. I draw a line. Okay. I know that I'm looking for shorts here. So I'm just going to move this out of my way. But I know that that was the position. Okay. I know that. You see how this old position was, if we came down and took that low, we're targeting that high. Well, that, my friends, is not a position anymore because we took the high first, right? I'm not predicting. I'm not saying, oh yeah, we're going to do this before we hit that. That's not what I'm doing. I'm saying if we do this and we haven't done this yet, then I'm going to look for that. In that case, we are at the highs now. We have all this liquidity and we never did that. You could even extend the liquidity like this. So because we hit the high before we hit the low, I'm looking for shorts, right? Just reactionary. That's all I do. So I can already tell you exactly what I'm looking for on Ethereum. Okay. Obviously, if we take the high out again, I'm going to look for longs, right? That's very obvious. Okay. Now you need to see the confirmations that you need to see. You don't just go in just because. Okay. But if Ethereum goes to, first of all, I will entertain a long from here because this has the possibility to break the higher time frame zone. A lot of people don't know how to get into things. And if you know how to trade, you can get in from anywhere. Of course, they have to give you what you want to see, though. You don't just press long or short. But if you sweep this low, I will entertain a long. So we'll put an alert there. Let's say 2 to 3 MSF here, but you need to be very careful with this long. You can't just see your 2-minute confirmation long and go to sleep. You can't do that. Or you need to at least have a stop loss. So if we do something like this, I will long it and I'll go stop loss here. And I'll try to ride it up and I'll TP one on the high and I will not be greedy and see what happens after that. Other than that, this is what I do. So look, I draw a candle. I do down candle. I put an arrow and I point to where it's probably going to go. I can already tell you it's going to go right here. Literally going to go right here on this inducement block. This is a 15-minute inducement block. Gray, and we'll write 15-minute IOB. We got a 15-minute inducement block. I can, like, again, nothing is certain. I'm not always right. But in my opinion, if we start closing below 38.17, you're going to come down to basically 3,700. So we will plan for that. If that happens, what we can do is something like this. You see that? You go in there. So there's a short there. Down to here. And that's liquidity. We'll make a green line. Super simple, super easy. Not difficult at all. Bang. Okay. So we need an alert there. We need an alert over here. And we need an alert on the high. And there's nothing else to talk about. Now, there is one other long or one other short that I will take before this happens. I can almost tell you with certainty that 38.33 is going to get hit. This is very, very likely going to get hit. Very likely. Okay. Very likely that's going to get hit. Now, the question is, does this produce a higher low? If this gets hit and then we come up and then you see this structure fail, I would short that as well. Because that to me is indicating that demand is failing. And this is the only notable demand between here and basically here. So you could at least get like, I don't know, 4 to 5 risk reward on a trade like that. If you TP there, fine. But then ultimately my final target would be down to 3,700. So I would take that as well. So let's do this. So if you get this, there's a long. But if you get this, then you short it right away and you close the long. And by you, I mean me. I would do that down to there. So those are my ideas right now. Do you guys see how it's very, if we do this, then we do that. If we do this, then we do that. CD, what's up, brother? If we do this, then we do that. I don't care about anything else. I don't care about anything else. If we do this, then we do that. Easy peasy. Okay. Let me screenshot this. Let's send it over to the Nexus. Signed, sealed, delivered. Let's get some deliveries. We need to actually send USDT as well. So let's do that real quick. And the Nexus already knows everything, so like I don't need to elaborate because I just send these pictures and they know already what to look for because they learned it all in the course. All right. USDT. Yeah, I'll do Stewie next. Okay, Biddy. I really don't care about Bitcoin, man. I really don't. I'm not even gonna update Bitcoin. I don't care. Ethereum one is interesting though. Do you wanna? Okay, so let's do this, and we write close below. Actually, you know what? Close below me equals look for shorts to 3,700. Okay, easy liquidity. Easy liquidity. And then we have HDF SFP, and that is potentially your second tap / tap 2 in your distribution, question mark, question mark, question mark. There we go. And then here we can say 2 to 3 MSF long. However, if same time frame flips back to bearish, close long, open shorts. Easy. Easy peasy 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 breezy. Let's do it like that and let's see what's happening. See what's happening. All right. ETH. Very interested in trading ETH currently. Okay. All right, let's talk about Sui. So Sui's long was given, okay? This one was given on stream. This one was given in the Nexus. I'm long from this one. I have not taken profit. Let's see what Sui can do. Let's see what Sui can do. Don't need this alert. I don't really want to do high time frame stuff, to be honest with you, but whatever. Delete that. Delete, delete, delete. Delete, 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 delete. Let's clean up a little bit. Okay, so I don't care about that line either. All right, how long did we, or how high did we go? Let's see what we hit. So we swept all these highs. If you haven't taken profit yet, I suggest you take profit. Not financial advice, but you do you. I would take profit, even though I'm not taking profit, but my margin for my long is $50. So yeah, I'm up 1,500%, but that's only $700. Like, I don't really care about that. Yeah, we hit this. Okay. So we're in an 8-hour. We have another 8-hour block. I don't like this one. I like this one better. I definitely like the one that we're in better. We're gonna mark this one still, but I do like the other one better. 8-hour block there. All right, let's zoom out again. Let me see what happened up here, like properly though. Over here. Let's get some volume. Do that. What's my range? This was a new range. No, I don't like that. That's a kind of a PO3. I don't really like anything about Sui right now. We are in an 8-hour block. That is important. You have all this, which is also important. So Sui's going to follow the rest of the market. If we do get a correction, which is very possible. If we do get a correction, I'm not saying we will. I'm saying if we do get a correction, Sui can give this all back fairly easily. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to, so I know we're in an 8-hour block, and I know we have an 8-hour block just above us. There isn't really that much above that, so that means I'm very interested in shorting this high, this box. So I'm gonna say 10 to 15 MSF here, 10 to 15 MSF, 10 to 15 MSF here, and I will look to short it. Target is going to be TBD because that's kind of high time frame stuff, and I don't really care to do that right now. Alternatively, see, the only way to constitute like a short from where we're at right now is you need to break that low, and I actually don't think that we will. I don't think we will. I do think we're going to make our way up to here. Just the way that price action is looking. In fact, I would even look to long it right here. I would look for something like this where we go whoop, 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 break. So here is where you would long, or where, sorry for my wording. Here's where I would long, like that. And then here, you know, one of these is where I would short. I don't really care about anything else, because if it starts getting lower, this is the same idea as well, by the way. It same idea. So it could be that. Could be that. I don't really care to I don't really care for anything else besides this per se. I'm already in a long and I'm gonna hold it. But we'll put alert here. That's my preferred scenario. I like this. And this short, I imagine we would probably come to like there at least. I would say at least that. Remember, guys, the market is still very much overextended. Just because we had this correction, and listen, I'm gig along right now, okay? So don't think that I'm just saying this, that, and the other. Like, we are overextended. Still to the upside, right? Yeah, so we'll see. I mean, I would be interested in that. I don't think I would be interested in anything else. I don't think I would be interested in anything else. Don't care. Okay, so that's Sui. Yeah, by the time, like, for you to even justify a short now, you would need to lose that low, which A, I don't think is going to happen, and B, if you do lose that low, you're already sweeping like all of this, not all of it, but a lot of the liquidity that's important, right? Like, ideally for this idea, you wouldn't want to lose this low or that low. You would want the flip to happen up here. If you get something like that, you could short that. So for that reason, I prefer this idea. This is a good idea. This is actually a very important zone. This is like kind of a golden zone, in fact. So let's do this. Let's copy paste this. Let's go golden border, and let's do that. That's kind of our golden border zone. Something like that. Not really interested in anything else. So we'll put alerts. We'll take our screenshots. And we will, you know, on to the next. Suey. All right. Easy peasy. All right, next. Soul. Let's talk about Soul. What's going on with Soul? All right. A lot is going on with Solana right now. So Sol had a distribution on the high after it swept high time frame liquidity. Why do I have so many volume pulls at the same place? Shouts out to Alex O Crypto. What's up, brother? Do I trade Ondo? I don't, but I will take a look. Guys, do me a favor, man. If y'all like the content, I know today's kind of like slow and like whatever, but if you like the content, if you like the way I trade, whatever, do me a solid, man. Hit the like button for me, please, and thank you. It helps up the algorithm, and we're only back lately, so, or we've only just come back, so let's keep that momentum going. Okay, so my my nice long from 165 is still valid. Okay, if we come down to 165, I'm absolutely still looking for that. And I just want to show you guys, listen, if there's something that I've learned, and I've learned pretty recently, and I mean this out of respect, don't fade my golden zones, man. My golden zones, look at what happened on the Sui golden zone. We're up 26% in 3 days. Look at what happened from my second golden zone. We're up 20% in 2 days. Don't fuck with the golden zones, okay? Now, obviously, you need to wait for confirmation. We do not just limit order them. That is stupid. Please don't do that. You need to know how to trade. You need to know what these golden zones are. How did I find them? Okay, you can't just take levels from the internet. Oh, nice. You took that Sui trade too? There you go. Man, shouts out to the Toronto gang, because we're killing it. We're killing it. Okay, Soul. So if we come down to, you know, 169, if we come down to like 165 is my favorite zone. Okay, that's for sure my favorite zone. I will look for longs down there. Now, elephant in the room. These lows are ugly as shit. That's fucking ugly. Okay? Don't like that. We don't like that. These highs, alternatively, are ugly as shit. However, I was told from the Nexus that this high was actually SFP'd. I think it was this high. Maybe it was a different one. I don't remember. I'm not marrying that this needs to be equal highs, because it could have very well been taken on a different thing. Okay. So if that was taken on a different exchange, then we are definitely in a breaker of some form right now. This is a breaker. Actually, this is a breaker anyway. You're in a breaker block either way. So there's definitely shorts here. 100% there's shorts here. Where there's no long right now. Well, I mean now maybe because we moved down a little bit. Let's see though. Let me delete this. This was already a distribution, right? This was a Model 1 distribution, and we already swept high time frame. So I don't need Sol to come back up here. I don't need Sol to come back up here at all. Yeah, I don't need it to at all. But I prefer we do come up and take that green line. So if Solana does this, yeah, I'm shorting that. Easily, I'm shorting that with my eyes closed. That would be TP1. This would be TP2. And then TP3 would be my golden zone. So my trade would look like this. You know what, man? To be honest, the market right now, it's kind of looking like... I think tomorrow's move, whatever happens tomorrow, I think the rest of the week is going to be the opposite of that. Like if we pump overnight and we pump tomorrow and or Tuesday, I think that Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday is going to be all red, and vice versa. If we dump today and tomorrow, it's kind of like giving me that vibe almost. I feel like it's going to be this is going to be a week that's going to fuck both sides. I said that last week and it was the same thing. So yeah, that's a potential trade that I'm interested in if that happens. I don't know if I want to long anything prior. See, this is what a lot of people do. A lot of people will take their golden pocket and they'll say, oh yeah, you know, golden pocket is here. But I mean, you have the, like, I don't know. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It usually works because of order blocks, not the golden pocket, in my opinion. But I don't know if I want to trade anything else on Sol. That's a lie. I do. I would entertain this zone as well, but that's it. That's it. I wouldn't touch anything else. So we'll go alert there. Ooh. Do I like that? I don't know if I like I don't know if I like Sol. It's gonna be a 2 trade a week with 20 risk to reward. Man, last week we crushed it. Yeah, good night, Alex. See you later, brother. Do I still use Market Cipher? I haven't used Market Cipher the way that I used to in a very long time. But I use it for entries and stuff. I don't use it for directional bias. Like, I never turn on Market Cipher and I'm like, oh, okay, I think it's going to go higher because of this. Because, let's be real, if the divergences worked, then crypto would have already been at 0 a long time ago. So, to answer your question, yes, I still use it. But I don't rely on it at all anymore in terms of directional bias. I already know what I'm looking for. And I still wait for my structure confirmations. I don't front run anything. And it's just like a little extra, like, you know, sprinkle on top. It's not my main course meal anymore, I'll tell you that. And it's for the simple purpose that for me, with the way that I trade, respectfully, it can't be trusted. Like, I can't trust it. I can't trust it. Can't trust it. So, I don't know if I like Solana, to be honest. I don't know if I like it. I don't know if I like Sol. I don't know if I want to trade it. I feel like Ethereum and Sol look kind of similar in terms of their price action, but ETH actually hit a better level, and it's a lot more of a clearer. It's a lot clearer to me. It's a lot more clear to me. Ethereum is a lot more clear than Solana right now. Which is weird because usually it's the other way around. It's the other way around typically. If you start closing candles, so if you do, okay, if you come up again, you sweep that high. I don't need this green line to go. There's a short there. If you start closing below here and then you get this, there's a short there. But if that happens, if this one happens, you need to be aware that this could come up to here. So you don't front run shit. You don't front run. I don't front run anything. I don't do that shit. That's Mickey Mouse shit. I'm here to make money over time. I'm here to do this. Look. I showed you at the beginning of the stream. This is what I'm here for. Okay? Respectfully. I'm not here for Mickey Mouse shit. I'm here to do this. And I told you guys, I'm not going to show it all the time. Whatever. This was a new account. Right? This is what I'm here for. Okay? I'm not here for Mickey Mouse garbage. Oh, we have divergences. I don't do that. Okay? I don't do that shit. Can't be trusted. So. I don't know that it's even worth putting an alert on Solana. Because Ethereum is so much more clear. That's the thing though. You know what I'm saying? Like, ETH is way more clear than Solana. Way more clear. Way more clear. So I don't think I'm going to even trade Solana this week. I think this week we watch ETH. Next, Dogecoin. Dogecoin has been my absolute favorite coin to trade as of late. These equal highs are interesting. Let's check USDT.P on Binance. Oh, whoops. If I signed up to the Nexus and just copy traded, do I think you would be profitable? Well, here's what I'll give you the honest answer. Yes, I think you will be profitable. But you A, need to have discipline. B, need to have good risk management, which goes along with A. But more importantly, you need to, like, I don't do copy trading. Okay? Like, you can't just come in. You know, you are expected to know when to enter, how do you do this. That's all part of the course, right? In my real-time channels, I tell everybody what I'm doing. Yo, shouts out to Daytoven, because he's like, tell us what happens in real time, not after you're up 1,000 last week. And I update everybody. I was like, I'm currently underwater. And then this was my XRP trade, actually. That's this one here. So right now, that's this trade. That's this same trade. So I have 1,300 realized, 2,100 unrealized. Okay. But, you know, he's like, tell us before. Now what I do is I tell everybody what I'm looking for. I usually will trade one trade a day is what I shoot for. So like these are the things that I say, right? Like, I don't say go in, put your stop loss here, and everything is taught in the course. So everyone knows what the other alternatives are. Okay. But here's what I'm saying. Like, on stream, we talk about it. We talk about where I'm going. I have my line in the sand line. Look how close we got to my line in the sand line. Beautiful. Okay. Then I say, this is what I'm looking for. And then I say when it happens. But I don't always say I'm in. Now, I do often say that I'm in. But I don't say enter, entry, stop loss, take profit, whatever. I don't do that. Okay. Everyone knows what I'm doing. Everybody knows what I'm looking for. Everybody knows what I'm looking at. But like sometimes, for example, let's just say we're pumping and then people are getting smoked, right? And then they're like, oh, we, you know, like, what are we doing? I'm like, why were you guys shorting? I wasn't shorting that. You know? So everybody knows, like, look here, for example, pay very close attention here, guys. Many coins hit some important zones, and we had nice bounce up. So I give updates like that, but everyone is expected to know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So it's a very practical network. It's not me. It's not about me. Anyway. So will I think you will be do I think you'll be profitable? Yes. But, you know, that's also a question you should ask the Nexus, not me, right? But you also need to have the discipline. And like, listen, again, respectfully, man, I tell you what's up. Like, if you don't have the discipline and you don't like reality, okay? Like, if I tell you, yo, take profit here, man, sometimes, listen, these longs that I'm showing you, sometimes we long and then I take profit and then it goes against me right away. You know? If you don't have the discipline to take profit where you need to take profit from, then I can't help you, right? If you're aggressively shorting or aggressively longing anything that you're then I can't help you, right? In that case, no, you won't be profitable. Anyways, I hope that's enough. I kind of rambled a lot. Sub Geo, it's been a while. Hope you're good, bro. Thank you, man. I am. I hope you're doing well as well. Sol's giving you a potential Model 2 distribution, possibly waiting for a third tap into range supply, 193, 198. First tap on May 23rd. Yeah, I agree. I agree with you. I do agree with you. I think Hopium is still at an all-time high. I think we're very overextended to the upside. Solana swept very important high time frame liquidity. Very important high time frame liquidity. This already was a Model 1 distribution, and we're only here. Like, and you left very ugly lows still. So do I think that the blood is over? No. Obviously, can it be? Yeah, but we'll see what happens. I think perhaps the first 2 or 3 days of this week might end up being red. Depends on USDT dominance, and then we'll turn around, but we'll see. Yeah, you can ask about order blocks. So we're coming up to the zone right now. This, did that get swept? Yeah, that did get swept. Man, my alert didn't go off. What is the best video do I feel is the most beneficial if you haven't bought the Nexus? Like on my videos, I haven't done tutorial videos in a long ass time. I haven't done tutorials in a long time. Honestly, man. Okay, my later content, which is gets less views and stuff, are probably the better ones to watch. Because like here, for example, like it can get complicated, but you can also follow along. You know, like you can also follow along. So yeah, you kind of just got to go through the YouTube, bro. Like I don't really, you know, the Nexus has come so far. Even I've come so far as a trader. I don't trade the way that I used to a year ago. So you kind of gotta browse. But man, listen, I'm gonna tell you this, and I am biased. I'm telling you right now, I am biased. Obviously, it serves me good to have you join. Like that's not a secret, okay? Obviously, it puts more money in my pocket. But here's what I'm gonna tell you, okay? I went 50K in the hole and years before becoming profitable. And in my opinion, it is a better, like instead of giving that $100 to the market, give it to someone, doesn't have to be me, but give it to someone that you trust that will, that like think of it as an investment. That's my opinion. Why do I think, wait, hold on. Why do I think crypto alts pumped so much in the past and are not doing so now? Because it's too easy. Like people have been given free money and everybody knows what crypto is. I think everybody knows what crypto is. And I think that everybody is delusional into thinking that it needs to go higher. Like there's a serious case to be made that the cycle's over right now. Right? No one's ever going to tell you this. And God forbid Geo utters the word bear market. We could be in the bear market right now. No one else like is even considering that. Right? We could be in a bear market right now for all we know. So know how to trade, but not profitable to where you can walk away from your job. Yeah, that is a huge step, Bobby. Working or trading when you have no income is a whole different ball game. And, you know, hopefully I can help you get there or someone can help you get there. And when it gets to the point where you need to learn how to do it without another income, give me a call because I will help you through that. It's way different when you don't have an income. It's way different. Way different. Yeah, there are too many coins and the money is spread out. I agree with that as well. I agree with that. Definitely agree with that. Why, when you try to enter long or short with order blocks, the price wicks the whole OB before going your way? Because you need to wait for confirmation. You're front running. Don't front run. Listen, the worst thing that I ever did ever, and I mean this so out of love, okay? The whole to the dollar thing, don't do that, okay? Don't try to catch knives, man. You're gonna get smoked. Listen, let's just say anything, name anything, any coin. Look, Solana's hit an order block, right? Solana hit a breaker block. Let's just say you shorted here. Or, okay, let's say you shorted right here. Great. But did you short here? Did you short here? Did you short here? Did you get stopped out? Like, what's the point of getting stopped out 4 or 5 times before actually hitting it? What's the point? Just wait. Just wait. Just wait. Right now, look, right now, I'm talking about Ethereum, potentially. Again, potentially. Don't clip this and say, that's if exactly what I see on the screen happens, then I will take it. If exactly what happens, otherwise I'm not going to take it. But why am I freaking out right now? Oh, let me get into Ethereum right now because I think it's going to 3,700. No. Patience. Wait for the market makers to show you their hand, and then you get in. Wait for the reconfirmation. Do you see a short position here? No. Do you see a short position here? Yes. Do you see a short position here? Yes. Wait. Patience pays. Don't front run your order blocks. Don't do it. The whole to the dollar shit, that's Mickey Mouse. We're not trying to do Mickey Mouse. We're trying to do real life. Mickey Mouse is for Disney. People say the hype isn't in yet. People say the hype isn't in yet because those are the people that want more hype. Everybody knows about crypto. Listen, the president of the United States dumped on your ass with a meme coin. Do you guys, like, nobody understands that the president launched a meme coin? You know, anyone that says, oh, the bull market is about to start, we've been in a bull market for 3 years. This is the last, if the cycles are going to repeat in terms of time, Kenny, what's up? If the cycles are going to repeat in terms of time, then we have less than 6 months left of the bull market. What do you mean the bull market is about to start? What do you mean? The cycle top indicator is a better predictor of bear market. What is the cycle top indicator? Also, when BTC breaks the 50 line, I'm not saying we're in a bear market, by the way. I'm not saying that. Patience was your most expensive lesson. Now you set alerts, wait for the trades to come to you. Bro, 100%, man. Listen to Joe. Listen to Joe, because 100%. Listen, not taking a trade, or taking, like, making money today and then losing it tomorrow. I would rather not make money, like not take a trade, than make money today and lose it tomorrow. That's even worse. Making money today and losing it tomorrow is way worse than just not taking the trade. One demonstrates discipline, the other one does not. It's as simple as that. Right? What did I say about Ethereum? Unless it does exactly what I want, I will not do it. It has to do exactly what I want, or else I don't take it. We have a clown president. Yeah. Geo getting ready for the bear market. Do you feel it is easier trading in that? Yeah, bear market trading is kind of like forex trading. It's a lot slower. I like bear market trading. Now, just like this bull run, I was not good trading like now as I was. Okay, no, I'm saying that the wrong way. Last bull run, I was not even close to the trader that I am now. This bear market, I'm not even going to be like last time. I'm not even close to this time. You prefer the new Geo trades? Too much indicator. Yeah, man. Indicators are Mickey Mouse, bro. And the 7 cycle top indicators, man, like if there was an indicator that would tell you when it's a bear market, like the indicator's too late. Anyway. All right, enough of that. I don't care about long-term shit. We're traders. I literally don't care. Bull market, bear market, banana market, monkey market. I don't care. Let's trade. Let's trade. Okay, Doge is very likely coming for these lows. Very likely coming for these lows. Very, very likely. And I have to tell you guys a little secret. I don't want you to get mad at me. Please don't get mad at me. Please don't get mad at me. This I just took on stream right now. But it was a hedge against my long. Okay? Please don't get mad at me. Okay. Do I give importance to fair value gaps? I don't trade fair value gaps by themselves. But the way that I trade does involve fair value gaps, yes. But I don't trade them specifically. Man, I'll tell you, bro. When I saw USDT dominance doing what it was doing, and I'll tell you something. I'll tell you how I shorted this, okay? When I saw, so I actually shorted. I shorted earlier today. I did short one. Where did I short? I shorted Doge. I think I shorted it here. I think it was here. What time is it right now? 9? I shorted it one. It was either here or here. Or here. One of the three. Might have been this one. I shorted it. And I shorted it and I made a profit. I made like, how much did I make? Like 800 bucks. And anyway, I shorted because I saw some divergences, funny enough. And so then when we took the high out again while I was on stream, I was like, wait a second. We had divergences back there. We probably still have those same divergences now. I kind of just went for it. But again, it's primarily as my hedge. And my stop loss is right here. My stop loss is right there. Anyway, let's find some trades. Enough talk, man. I'm done talking. I'm bored. Let's make money, man. Fuck talking. Money talks. Okay, if Doggy Coin comes to our golden zone, I am absolutely still interested in that. Now we have all these equal lows and we have all these equal highs. So I wouldn't touch a short or a long until one of those sides go. I don't think I would short the high. I don't think I would short the high. If we were to take the high before coming down to this low, then yeah, I would short it. But we need to do that, and I don't think we're going to do that. I think we're going for the lows. So, that being said, we definitely need an alert here on this low. 100%. 100 million %. You need an alert there. We're going to actually double up the alerts. Let's front run the alert a little bit. That's going to be my ultimately, like my my final target on the short is going to be there. But again, I'm holding it as hedge because I'm very long right now. Very long right now. So there's that. Now I would my shirt was hypnotizing you. It's important to never stop learning. Learning from your mistakes is key. Bro, let me tell you something, Joe. I posted something recently, and dude, I never lose. I never ever lose ever. Now you might think, Geo, what the hell? You have a 100% win rate? No, that's not what I'm saying. I don't lose. I learn. I never lose. I either win or I learn. I go back and I study every trade. I am too petty to let these guys steal my money. Too petty. Too petty. I don't lose. I learn. I don't lose. Bearish OI on Doggy Coin. We actually had bullish. We had bullish open interest here. That to me, because these lows are probably gonna go. That to me is telling me you're probably gonna fall further. We're probably gonna not just do this. We're probably not gonna, like, this trade is probably not gonna be a trade. I imagine it'll be like this. I think we're gonna have we might start off red, man. It depends on what happens here. We already said the start of this, the moment the stream began, we said that we're looking here, and you actually need to be careful in this zone because of this. So we could, the rest of the day could be red. We'll see what happens. We will see what happens. Notice I said wait until market makers show their hand. Does that mean on moves that move quick you're not taking? Well, here's the thing, bro. If you were to if you were to get in on a fast move, okay? So, okay, you need to understand there's 3 reasons why price moves, okay? To attack liquidity, generate liquidity, rebalance, and imbalance. Now, if they're going to be doing that, right, in order to attack liquidity, what needs to happen? They need to generate liquidity, right? So, if you're going to have a fast move, right, that's obviously smart money getting involved. So, if you have a range and you come up and you leave all these lows, right, you leave all the lows, and let's say you have a nice order block here, and your good move, you know, shoots you up, whatever. In order to even have the liquidity to send price up like that, they need to sweep those lows, right? So the fast move, as you're calling it, doesn't always happen right away. Like, what could happen is, sure, this could happen, but this could also happen, where now you see signs of an internal model and it does this, and like now we're already in from here with the expectation to come to that high, and then you pop off. Do I chase moves? There are ways to chase it, but we're usually in before the big move happens, because smart money needs to, you know, either accumulate or distribute, and it takes time, right? You can't just long or short market $50 billion. You can't, like, they can't do that. So there are clues to following, like they leave a footprint, right? There's clues that you have to follow. But yeah, when you follow those clues, you get in with them so that when it's time for the big move, you're already in. Hope that made sense. Okay, I might close my Dogecoin long. I might close my Dogecoin long. What's XRP doing? I'm in heavy on X. I think we got a TP. I think I'm in a TP and I'm just going to get back in. Yeah, man, they're going to come for all these lows. I think they're going to come for all these lows. I'm going to TP. We're going to TP. I'm going to close the Doge long. I don't care about it. I'll get in again. Let's get out of it. Also, listen. I just closed my Dogecoin long, okay? If I don't listen. I don't care if this was the exact low. Oh, Geo shorted the low. Man, don't worry. Or Geo closes long on the low. Don't worry about me, okay? Don't worry about me. Believe me. Don't worry about me, respectfully, okay? I don't want to hear how Geo did. No. Look, this happened on stream right now. I literally don't care. I can get in from anywhere. Don't worry about me, okay? Don't worry about me. Okay. Now I'm pretty interested in I need to see what's happening with XRP. Whose short is still open? My short? I just opened that short right now. Like on stream, I just opened it. Oh, you're talking to Bobby. I'm in an ETH short at 35.77. Don't ask questions. Oh, wow. Yeah, man. Come join us, bro. Come join us. Loving the stream? I'm glad. I'm glad you're liking it, brother. I'm glad you're liking it. Man, I'm not really, like, doing analysis, though. I should be, but, man, I get so distracted when I'm on YouTube. When we're in the Nexus streams, it's like bang, 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 bang. Go, 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 go. Yo, why is this so stupid, bro? You've been adding to your short from 35.77, bro. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's the worst shit you could do. Don't do that. Don't rely on market cipher. Learn how to trade without it, and then use that as like extra confluence. Don't do that. That's, oh god, I would kill myself. Not actually, but like, damn. Do I also look at BTC? Yeah, but right now, like for the last month, Bitcoin hasn't done anything. I haven't looked at shit on Bitcoin. I don't care even 1% about Bitcoin. I do not give a fuck about Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the most boring piece of shit coin that somehow everybody's obsessed with and is delusional. I don't know why or how everybody's that delusional, but yeah. Do I look for confluence? Yeah, but right now it's a little bit decoupled, right? Like Bitcoin dominance is down overall, like, you know, the last little while it's been trending down. So, you know, thankfully, because we don't need to worry about Bitcoin, and Bitcoin fucking sucks. I hate Bitcoin. It sucks to trade. Everyone's so obsessed with it. Nobody knows how to like have their own personality about it. I don't know. They just, oh, it has to do this. Anyway, not here to talk about that. Great for 100x leverage. Yeah. Yeah, I don't disagree with that. Quant. Let's see this shit. Quant. I clearly haven't checked Quant in a long time. Okay, so Quant hit a 12-hour block. Man, you'd be surprised how well these blocks work. I would even draw a second block like this. And it hit the first one, so that's important to note. That's a break of structure. I don't know if I really care about anything between here and here. Nope, I don't really care about it. Let me see. This looks absolutely horrid. This looks horrendous. This, oh god, this is my kryptonite. This is the shit that never in a million years would I long. Never in a billion years would I long that. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. I would never long that. Ever. I would short the shit out of it, though. Okay. Take that high. I'm shorting it. If you get this, hell yeah, we're shorting that. I would short here too, but I need to see more. I need to see like more swift structure, which is a term that I created recently. I need to see swift structure. So there's no long yet. I mean, there's no short yet. There's definitely no short yet. You'll probably get this. Probably go like down, hit that, and then here you'll get swift structure that you could trade. Or up here, you could get swift structure. But I would short either one. We're in a short zone. I would not long it. No way. I don't care if it goes to 10 million. I don't care. I would short it. And I would ultimately be targeting like somewhere here. I like a long from here actually. What's the overall picture look like? So like, let's dummy it down. What's your structure? You have low, you have high, you have higher low, you have higher high. Which means price can come all the way downstairs while still remaining bullish. So I would short it. I would target this. I would target this. I would take profit along the way. Let's pull some volume. Okay. Okay. Let's get our anchored VWAP. See what's there. Why is it doing that? That's not my template. Like, I don't know why it keeps doing that. I would definitely look to short it here 100%. And I would TP along the way. I would imagine that it would at least take this wick. At least. So I would probably go TP, 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 and then close. That's what I would do. So it would look something like this. And then I kind of like the idea of longing here. Kind of like this one. This looks like a nice long. Back up to wherever the high is. And then potentially more. Because if you get a flip there, then you're going to break that. You might take that even higher. This might be a swing long. This could be a swing long. Probably, like, this could take you to all-time high. That could definitely take you to all-time high. Definitely. That makes sense to me. It's too early for a short, though. And I wouldn't long it here. So I wouldn't long. I wouldn't short yet. I definitely wouldn't long, though. Definitely not. This is my favorite long idea. Is 103. How much of a move down is that? 20%. I think this week is going to fuck both sides. I think this week's going to fuck both sides up. I think this week is going to fuck both sides up. I do not think... I don't need this. I don't need this one. I do not think that it's going to be a free ride. I think it's going to be a very volatile week. Very volatile. And I think it's going to fuck both sides up. Shorts later in the week. You're long on Bitcoin Cash. Broke a diagonal trend line from 2021, bro. Damn. That means you're like in a swing long, my guy. I follow you deep sea, baby. Oh man, this is like kind of tempting. What does open interest look like? This is kind of tempting. Do I have this thing on my chart? Yeah, this is kind of tempting. This is kind of tempting. It's kind of tempting here. Kind of tempting here. What are my top assets I've been trading? I love Doge lately. Sol's been good. And I've been trading a little bit of Sui as well. But I've actually very much enjoyed Sol, Doge, and even XRP was nice for once. XRP sucks to trade. I suck at XRP, but I was pretty spot on with it. So yeah, I would say BT. Well, I haven't looked at Bitcoin in forever. I would say ETH, Doge, Sol, XRP are my big boys. But I've really liked Doge. Doge has been great. Looks like I've been getting some sun. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh man, my legs are fucked. How much percentage do I take out? It depends. It depends on how much I think it could run. Sometimes I don't take profit and I just trail the stop. You know, the better I get with trading, the better, like, okay, the better I've gotten, which I've gotten much better over the past, you know, X amount of time. The better I get, the more I don't really care to get out of a trade. You know, like before I was like, oh no, I missed the trade, I gotta hold it forever. Like now I just closed the Dogecoin long. Tomorrow I could go live and I'm long from here again, and you guys are like, what the hell, you closed it. Like I can get in from anywhere if they give me what I want to see, right? Like I'm gonna resort back to the Ethereum thing. Look at my Ethereum ideas. You see this? I do this every day. If it doesn't do exactly what I wanted to do, then I don't take the trade. And for me, I'm pretty happy usually if I get one trade a day. Last week, we took a few trades, but I think there was only one day where I didn't take a trade. Right? People, you need to get like more picky with what you take. People, man, I don't know. Crypto's so weird. Crypto's so weird because it's only in crypto where people feel FOMO. Like they feel the need that they have to be in everything all the time. I don't know why it's like that. I truly don't know why it's like that. That's not a thing, guys. It's not a thing. It's not a thing. Like no one in ES or NQ, the traders that are in ES and NQ or forex, like they just trade and they're so like, hey, didn't do what I wanted to do, I don't take it. This is like, man, crypto's so degen, it's crazy. So degen. Anyway, how long we been on for? An hour and 40. Can I give you? Okay, we'll do Ondo and then we'll bounce. Ondo. We'll do Ondo and then we'll head out. I'm tired. I'm gonna go take a sleep. I'm gonna go take a sleep. All right, let's check Ondo. Okay, Ondo's just ranging clearly. Yeah, man. Yep. How deep is your love? All right, so Ondo has a pretty big SFP there. That's not good for Ondo. It broke structure to the downside as well. Hasn't come down to mitigate anything. Left all this behind. Now, I don't care about that per se. That's a little bit of a stretch for the way that I trade. But for the ones that are thinking long term, that's important. That liquidity is important. Shine bright like a diamond. Bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Yeah, I'm gonna be real with you, bro. I don't really like anything about Ondo. There's nothing I like. I don't think I would long it. I would only look for shorts right now. If we came up to 109, I would look to that's a potential swing short for me. It's a swing short. Not just a short, it's a swing short. Again, I don't want anyone to put limit orders. Like zoom in and say, okay, stop loss is there. And no, if it goes to $10 tomorrow, don't say, Geo was wrong. No, I wait for my confirmations. Let's resort back to Ethereum again. Do we need to do that again? You see, if it doesn't do exactly this, then I don't take it. I'm not saying it's going to happen. But I would look for a swing short, and I think it could take you down to here. 25% move to the downside. I would take it to at least there. This looks like shit. There's nothing about this that makes me interested. Yeah, bro, that's kind of the best I got for you right now. Doesn't really look great. And the whole market right now, locally, right, has all these lows. The whole market has that right now. Every coin has that. But at the end of the day, it all comes down to USDT dominance. Look at what's happening. Did we or did we not draw this out? You're in an ETH short from 38.80. Should you close? Well, I can't tell you what to do. Yeah, I can't tell you what to do. But yeah, I definitely can't tell you what to do, but I would. Well, what are you targeting? Like, where are you targeting? You know, what are you targeting? What are you targeting? Bro, I don't know if you're still in here. You got cooked, bro. I had to cook you. This was just so funny, like the sequence of it. Tell us whatever. I'm like underwater. That's so funny, bro. That's so funny. Lows the range. Wanted it to be a swing short. Yeah, I mean, I think it could be a swing short. I think it could be. But you need to, like, it's a strong could be, you know? Like, it's not is. It's not it is a swing short. It could be a swing short. So you need to know when to get out if it's not. Like, I can't tell you to get out if that high goes, because what could happen is, like, it could do this and then there's your short there. Right? So if you know how to trade like that, yeah. Yeah, I can't tell you to get out or not get out. You know, that's up to you. I'm not your babysitter. I'm out of my Dogecoin short, by the way. I'm not your babysitter. Am I from Florida? No, but I go to Florida like twice a year, at least. I'm a huge Miami fan. I love Miami. Okay, my friends. Oh. Nexus, I will see you tomorrow morning for our stream. Everybody else, I'll see you probably later in the week. One love. One love. Joe, thank you for watching the whole thing, brother. I appreciate you. Guys, go check out Trade Intuition. He's got a YouTube channel. He goes live every day. Go check him out. He has a hater on his comments. That's unwarranted, okay? A lot of the shit that we do is not easy, okay? It's not easy to do what we do. Are we in privileged positions? Yes, we are. Do I discredit that? No, I do not. But it's not easy, okay? So show him some love. And fuck that one hater. Fag. Guys, I will see you guys in the next one. One love. One love, baby. One love.
Set my heart